Joy Guru. The name of our channel is Satsangi because we all are Satsangi. We are Satsangi because we all love our existence. So this channel is for
Today,
everyone.
we would like to discuss one interesting question, that is, how many times is God surprised? Today we would like to answer this fascinating question. Joy Guru. I will answer this question, that is, how many times God surprised? At first, I would like to answer in brief. 3 times God is surprised by seeing the attitude of some people. At first, when some people want to amalgate, want to mix up, want to, mingle up the characteristic features of human being that God has created, then God is surprised. Secondly, God, who is the holder of religion, who is only one and he is never two, knowing this fully well, some people want to create division in religion, and knowing it fully well, some people foolishly, when accept this devilish game of these so-called Saitans, I should say, asuras, then God is surprised for the second time. And thirdly, when you see the latest incarnation of God, who is the embodiment of love, and people should accept him and love him and should control him according to the instructions that he has given. But instead, some people, when just to satisfy their complexes, they take shelter of some so-called mentors who are not the embodiment of love. And when these people who have taken shelter of these so-called mentors, we do not get the sufficient indulgence for satisfaction of their complexes, then they used to shift their shift their allegiance to another mentor. Then seeing this devilish attitude of these people, God is surprised. So 3 times, is God surprised. God is surprised for 3 times. Now let me discuss the topic in details. At first, as I have told you, that when people, God has created this universe according to his own plan. In his creation, he has created every animal, plants, human being, and even inanimate objects, according to their own characteristic features. In other words, each and every object, each and every animal, each and every plant, they are unique in their own ways. Since God is unique, God is one, likewise, everything that he has created is one and unique one. That means everyone has got their unique character. But some people want to mingle those characters. Even in Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has stated in a sloka, perhaps 13 number sloka of 4th adhyay, that is Chaturvarnang maya system guna karma vibhaga saho. That is, you see, 4 castes have been created by me through the classification of gunas and duties. That is, according to the attributes of the people, 4 types of varnas, namely Vipro, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. So, this system of varna is not man-made. It is natural. God has created it. But we so-called modern people used to say that everyone is equal. There should be no difference like that and this. And want to mingle all the characteristic features. You see, we want to treat each and everyone, you see, in the same way. And so this is not really true. I should say, well, it is better to say that everyone is equitable rather than equal. Because somebody may prefer rice instead of roti, bread. So he will have to serve roti or rice instead of roti. Similarly, some people may prefer bread and they will have to serve bread. So according to their characteristic features, we will have to treat them. But today's, I should say, most of the people, so-called modern people, they have forgotten the characteristic features of human being. And they try to mingle, they try to mix up, they try to, you see, amalgate all the characteristic features of the human being and everything. This is not only true for human being, this is also true for animals, plants, etc. Now, you see, it is said that God has created this universe in order to, in order to test, dalliance. Dalliance means lila asadan. Lila, to test lila. So he has created each and everybody as unique one. And secondly, God, who is the, I should say, holder of religion, and he is one. Remember, God is only one. He is never two. He is never plural. But some people, due to their own narrow vested interest, they create division among religion. And accordingly, different kinds of religions have formed, like Hindu religion, Christian religion, Islam religion, like that and this. But religion is one, God is one, and the prophets, they say the same message. We should remember this. So religion is one. So, but the so-called Hindu religion, Muslim religion, Islam religion, Christian religions, no, these are opinions. These are mere opinions. But religion is one. But the fact remains, that is, those parochial, those narrow-minded people, they create division in religion. And when people, knowing this fully well, when they foolishly accept their devilish game, their devilish attitude, then God is surprised. Because God has created human after his own image. It is said like this. And he has also given free will to human being. But when people want to use his goodwill in bad intention, for bad intention, then God is surprised. So, but we used to say Bhagavan, Ishwar in Hindu. But Muslims, they say Allah. Or for example, for Christians, they say God. But God, Allah or Bhagavan, they are all same. They are not two people, two persons. He is only one. But for their, you see, some people's narrow parochial interests, they create this. And some people, when they foolishly accept their devilish plan, then God is surprised. And thirdly, or you can say lastly, you see, when you see the latest incarnation of God, who is called Avatar Purush or prophet, and he is the embodiment of love. He is the fulfiller of the earlier prophets, and people should accept him and should love him and should control him according to his instructions, his rules, his laws that he has formulated, that he has given to us. But instead, it is sin that some people, you see, some people used to take shelter of some of the so-called mentors who are not the real embodiment of love, who is not the latest incarnation of God. And actually they take the shelter of these so-called mentors just because to satisfy their, you see, complexes. Complexes means to satisfy their hunger of, you see, desire, for anger, for jealousy, for like that and this. So these are the complexes. You see, who is the you see, the incarnation of latest incarnation of God, or who are the incarnations of God in that way, I should say. Rama Krishna Buddha Jesu Muhammad Chaitanya Rama Krishna Sisi Thakur Anukula Chandra, as we know, as disciples of Sisi Thakur Anukula Chandra, we know. So we know that, but at least this, or you can say this is our belief, that he is the latest, that Sisi Thakur Anukula Chandra is the latest incarnation of God, and we should love him. But instead, some people they used to take shelter of some so-called mentors who are not the embodiment of love. And why they take shelter of these persons? Just because to satisfy their complexes. Because the real incarnation of God, they would not permit the people to satisfy their unjust complexes, their, you see, unhealthy complexes. Actually, you see, spiritualism is all about, you see, controlling the complexes, controlling of desires, controlling of anger, controlling of enviness, controlling of other, you see, complexes. So, in fact, 6 complexes that we have. So, the essence of spiritualism, I should say, is to control the complexes. So, the true incarnation of God, he would advise to control the complexes, and accordingly, according to the need of the era, he has given, or he gives some instructions for, you see, rules to follow, so that we can control our complexes. But some people, since they do not get the indulgence, you see, for satisfaction of their complexes from the latest incarnation of God, that's why they actually reject him and take shelter of some so-called mentors. Actually, I'm not underestimating anybody. Absolutely not. Actually, there are so many mentors, yes, but real mentors, they never, you see, give indulgence for the satisfaction of complexes. But when some people, you see, take shelter of, you see, those mentors who supposedly, I should say, who give indulgence for satisfaction of complexes, and by the attitude of those people, God is surprised. So for third time, I should say, God is surprised. So in a sense, I should say, or in conclusion, I can say, I would say that God is surprised for 3 reasons. This is the essence. Now, whatever talkings whatever I have actually told to you, you see, this is the talkings of Sisi Thakur Anukula Chandra. Actually, the explanation or clarification is of mine, but that God is surprised for 3 times and for 3 reasons. This I should say, talkings or this message or this speech, you see, this speech has given by Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. So this is the sayings of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. I should say, I have tried to explain it, clarified it. You see, tried to clarify to you. I do not know whether I am capable to clarify it or up to what extent. I do not know. That is up to your. I should leave it to your jurisdiction. But I should say that think it and think this sayings of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. I do not say that you must accept this sayings of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra without any, I should say, without any reasons just like that. I just want to request you to think this, to ponder over this, and take your own decision. Live in love. Joy.
If you like our videos, please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and to get the latest updates, please press the bell icon.